is Dr. Mayur Hazarika. I have secured the 5th position in this year's UPSC 2022, and this was my first attempt at UPSC. So with respect to my prelim strategy, I relied more on choosing a few basic resources and going with those resources on a more basis of revision. I relied much more on revision rather than going from one resource to another, and I believe that was the basic strategy with respect to prelims. And with respect to mains, my basic strategy was that I wanted to go for lots of statistical data and facts in order to back up whatever that statement that I'm giving. So I think that gave a lot of value addition to my mains answers. And with respect to interview strategy, I actually went for a lot of mocks interview, because my interview was in the phase 3, so I got a lot of time to go for a number of mocks. And giving the mocks actually helped me gain the confidence and fluency, and also thinking in a quick manner about how to answer questions. And then with respect to Booklist, my Booklist for polity was M. Lakshmikant, and then with modern Indian history I studied Sonali Bansal book. With ancient and medieval history there was Puram Dalal Dahiya. For art and culture I relied on coaching material, and for economics once again on coaching material mostly, and for science and tech once again coaching material. For geography there was PMF IS that I used. For environment once again there was PMF IS. So those were my basic book list, and I relied much more on revision of those basic books over and over again. Okay, so with respect to the teaching method, what I relied much more was on self-study, but at the same time I actually enrolled in a online coaching institute, Next IS, and for the dynamic subjects, for example science and tech, economics, and for like art and culture, all those topics, I actually relied on Next IS online coaching. But other than those, the static subjects like modern Indian history, polity, and geography, all those I used the basic standard books that I just said. Okay, so with respect to online resources, but I believe that one needs to be very judicious while using the online resources that are available. There is definitely an over availability of resources at the moment in the market, so one needs to pick the resource in the most after taking into consideration a number of factors. And one should not just go on hopping from one online resource to another, and one should be very careful while searching for those resources. For those who are appearing for the prelims this year, I would say that during those 2 hours, just be calm and go for rounds of solving the papers. In the first round, go for those questions that you are most confident about, and in the second round, go for those questions in which you are like 50-50 and not like 100% sure. And if after those 2 rounds you come to the conclusion that you are in a safe spot, then you don't have to go in the third round. You don't have to go for lots of risky questions. You can actually go for safe options even in the third round. However, if you find that your score is not coming up to the mark, then yes, maybe you need to take a few risky questions at that moment. And finally, I'd like to say all the best to all those candidates who are appearing for prelims this year, and thank you.